So in chapter 7, we're going to analyze the third E, which is equity. So after we've analyzed the effectiveness and the efficiency of the policy, we really want to understand the equity, which is the fairness of the policy. Who are the winners and who are the losers for a policy? And that's always the case. There's always people who will benefit, people who won't benefit. And this relates to not only the new policies we might implement, but the people who are impacted when we change from the status quo to a new policy. So here is where you really want to get input from the stakeholders who are directly impacted by a policy. So these are can be lots of different kinds of people. It could be, in our case, the women who are part of the Women and Infants with Children program. It could be the program administrators of that program. It might be, say, the drivers that we have who might be part of a policy option. So all these people are our stakeholders, those who are directly impacted by any policy change we might make, including keeping the existing policy. So our next step is to find out what those stakeholders think of these policy ideas. What would they think if you proposed to them that there be an activity where people could apply online for a program? What do they think about the concept of a transportation voucher? The goal here is to really understand that perspective, to go beyond the analysis and effectiveness and efficiency. We were relying primarily on academic literature, research analysts, experts, think tanks to provide the information we need for our analysis. But just as equity analysis is supposed to determine the fairness of a policy, it's also not fair to not ask the people who are impacted by the policy what they think about it before you implement it. And that's what we want to do when we do equity analysis. So our first option, which is taking the digital approach, the pro is that women who have digital access, whether that be a computer in their home, might be at a library, might be with a friend, all those people will be able to access the program more easily. But for those who don't have that option, who don't have internet access, who don't have a computer, who don't have a nearby library or a friend to help them access those services, then this policy really won't work for them. And so if we pick that option, if we pick the digital option, we'll know that we won't be helping those people, and that is part of the population that we most want to reach. With the second option, which is providing transportation vouchers, that will help people who don't have vehicles, who don't have a way to get to the offices to apply for funds. But it won't help those who have language barriers, who still will be unable to find services that will take them to the different offices, and who face other challenges related to taking time off work, finding someone to perhaps take care of their children while they're visiting the offices. The transportation vouchers will not help those individuals. So now that we've conducted this equity analysis, looking at the pros and cons of each of the two options, we're ready for our fourth E, which is ease of political acceptability. And we'll talk about that in the next chapter.